Hi, Todd. We're live, it seems. How are you today?
Good. How you doing?
I'm not bad. I'm not bad, apart from, again, blinding everybody with the glasses. Tell us a little bit more about how life is on the sanctuary at the moment.
It's great. We're going into winter, so it's a little harder than other months. We started getting our first really cold nights at like 20 degrees. I don't know what that is there, um, Fahrenheit. So it's been cold, and we did get some early snow, but we take it as it goes, and it's not so. But stop it.
Oops. What have you got there that she wants?
That's Bruce. Bruce wants the last piece of pumpkin. So he's nudging me for the last piece of pumpkin.
So he reminds me of one of my little grandchildren, always wanting more. Are all of your pigs like, oh?
On my lap. Here. Take
it. So what I wanted to ask you is, what sort of contribution emotionally and mentally do your pigs give to people, either you, your family, or when they come to the sanctuary? What sort of connection, bonding, and release do they give?
Well, more than anything, I mean, it doesn't have to be in person. I go live every day. I do videos every day. And, people that seem to be down in the dumps, I don't have anything. People that seem to be down in the dumps really take to it brightens their day. And so they feel like they're a part of it when they see it every day, and the stories continue, and we tell the stories, and it just seems like it really helps people's moods out a lot with feeling connected to something outside their house, being locked in their house during Corona, and now just going through the bad weather. Sometimes people don't get out as much, so we try to tell a story of each of the animals on a daily basis. Give animal updates and everything. So it seems to brighten people's day when they hear updates and animals doing good, or just keeping people informed, and they just feel connected outside their home.
I know that's true, because whenever I'm in the mood, should I say, or feeling really down in the dumps, I go and I watch your pigs. They're just so funny. They got characters all of their own. And today I noticed you'd done a fundraiser. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Well, that was this week was Giving Tuesday. Giving Tuesday is our biggest fundraising day of the year. And Meta and Facebook, Meta, whatever, Instagram, whatever you want to call it, doubles some of them and gives you 10%. So they add to our donations. That's over, but we're always doing fundraising for. We have so many projects as far as going into the winter. We're trying to buy a van to help transport the animals, because when we can't take an animal, we try to help transporting our animals to the hospital. And sometimes when they're acute, like on the larger animals, we don't like to put them in the trailer, because then we can't see what's going on. It only takes 2 hours and 15 minutes to get to Cornell, and 3 hours and 45 minutes to get to New Bolton. But during those times, we can't see what the animal's doing in the trailer if they're having a rough time, if they're in more pain. So it's really hard. So we're trying to get a larger van to be able to transport the large animals in a trailer, so that we can keep a better eye on them. We could take several potbellies that don't get along and section off the van, because we do not we don't transport potbellies in the trailer, only the farm pigs. So with that, it's we only have the Subaru to transport them inside, or the pickup truck, and that doesn't fit. You can only bring about 2 potbellies as long as they get along. We can't bring more than 2 potbellies.
I noticed from one of your Instagram posts that one of your little piggies didn't want to get out of the trailer.
They went in. They wouldn't come out. They went in. I had it. We were cleaning it. And this is Billy. Billy, come here. Billy and Moby. I don't know where. There's Billy. Hi, Billy.
Oh, hello.
Billy decided to make. She likes to go in everybody's room, everybody's shed, everybody's barn and make herself at home there. So she decided to do the same for in the trailer with her brother Moby, which I don't know where they're usually together, so we can find Moby. But Billy and Moby were in the trailer together and decided not to. Oh, there he is. So we just got some sunlight here today. It's been, like I said, it's been kind of gloomy, and so everybody seems to want to be outside now. So everybody's outside grazing and enjoying the day. There's still some snow on the ground. Moby! We'll introduce you. It looks like Moby, Cinderella, and Joaquin are out there. We'll introduce you to Moby. So this is one of the piggy pastures. We have 3 pastures, 3 large pastures for these guys. We have 34 pigs altogether and 66 animals altogether that we care for on a daily basis. So it's a lot of work.
It sounds like a lot of work. Now, just looking at the little one just there, I didn't see, apart from looks, obviously, I didn't see any difference between your little pet there and my dog. It was the same sort of look, expression on the face.
Thanks.
A lot of people can't differentiate, or they can sort of detach themselves from farm animals, but they love their dogs and their cats. What's the difference? You've got a cat. Are there any differences? Do they have personalities, individual personalities? Do they get up to no good like dogs do?
Definitely, and that's been my mission, is to show these animals in a light where they do have individual personalities. So and it gets in people's eyes, and I get in their thoughts, and I get people that message me on a daily basis, and they go vegan because of the animals here. You know, they look at Moby with the person. Hi, Moby. Hi, Moby. You know, with a similar personality as a dog. They're actually smarter than dogs and cats. So when people look at these animals and see that they have individual personalities, it becomes harder for them to eat. You know, and once you put a name and a personality to an animal, you know, people are like, I can't really eat them. So that's been my mission. You know, obviously I want the world to be vegan, and that's it seems like an uphill battle, but it's really, it's a great time to be vegan because there's a lot of changes going on. It's going a little slow, but, you know, showcasing these animals, hi, Moby, with individual personalities is really helping, you know, and giving them names and showing them every day where he's just a fun, go-loving boy. And here's Joaquin. Joaquin's a little more serious. Hi, Joaquin. Hi, Joaquin. And if you saw that, he knows his name. I said his name, and he stood up, and here's Cinderella. Hi, Cinderella. So they do know their names, and people are really surprised when they see an animal and you call them by the name and they come, and they're crazy surprised at that. And for me, I'm used to these guys, and I'm around these guys so much that I expect them to come when I call them their names. So, hi, this is Wilbur. Hi, Wilbur. So, you know, I'm not surprised, but I get more people than not where they're totally blown away when I show them an animal, when I call their name and they come running. It's absolutely crazy. Hans, come here, Hans. See, Hans is coming running.
Another stream I watch is Esther the Wonder Pig. Now, she is a very naughty pig. She'll go into the kitchen cupboards and she'll take out the cereal, and she'll find whatever her owners have hidden behind the cereal, and she'll eat it and put it back, and just act as though nothing has happened.
That's what they do. They're, you know, that comes with being incredibly smart. You know, when you're incredibly smart, you seem to get into more trouble because they know where to get in trouble, where the difference is, where the treats are, where the cookies are. So you got to keep on your toes. You got to keep hiding that stuff, and you know, expect them to get in trouble because, like I said, they're incredibly smart. And if you're not giving them enough stimulation, which we do enrichment, we do games with them. You know, we hide stuff so that they can find it. We do slow feeders for them so they can really just stimulate their mind, where it's just their mind isn't going to mush. You know, they root, they're in the pasture, they're doing their own thing, and if they're bored, they're going to get in trouble. So you got to make sure they're not bored.
So what's the difference between what you're doing and what family farms would be doing? Because people can say, okay, factory farming is horrible, it's bad, I don't want anything to do with that. But then they say, oh, but family farms, they're okay because they look after their pigs. What's the difference between the sanctuary and a family farm?
Everything. I mean, that's that. There's a big crock of, excuse my language, shit, where people say, oh, it's a family, it's farm to table, it's small. They're sent to the same slaughterhouses as the big guys. Their throats are cut. They're either have a bolt gun to the head, their neck slit, or they're electrocuted. But they all die the same. So, and they die at 6 months old. So whether they're 6 months in a pasture, which very rarely they are, and they're given medical attention and love and treats, and then they're killed, I really don't see a big difference. On these small farms, they're killed the same way. It's the same knife, it's the same bolt gun, it's the same electrocution rod. It's the same thing. They die the same way. So the myth that there's humane meat or humane slaughter is that, in fact, just a myth. It doesn't exist. It's the most ridiculous yuppie bullshit I've ever heard. And it's annoying. It's annoying when people say, well, I only eat farm to table. It's local. It's this, it's that. Well, killing anything that doesn't want to die is not humane.
Mm-hmm.
That's the biggest crock in the world. So these people came up with it to justify their behavior. Farm to table is the biggest crock of crap in the world right now. That and free range chickens and free range eggs and stuff like that is the biggest crock I've heard in a long time.
They're not actually free range, are they? They're just
no. That's a big crock.
Pages.
Yeah, that's a big crock too. There's a lot of lies because there's a lot of money behind the lobbyists that pay for those animals to die. So there's big money to be made. So they make up their words, they make up their phrases, and people believe it, and it's a shame.
So obviously people have pets, and one of the things that pets can do, and researchers back this up, is reverse depression and anxiety for numerous reasons. One, because they provide companionship, they're stress releasers, they just get people out and about and exercising more, and they have to think about the looking after the animal like it was a child and be responsible for it. Now, people can do that with dogs and cats. How has your sanctuary helped other people deal with anxiety and depression in terms of coming to the sanctuary, looking at the animals, forming relationships with them, and on a physical basis?
Well, I mean, especially the volunteers, and me included, because I'm a volunteer. I don't take a salary. You have to care for them. They have to eat every day. We have someone out there cleaning up poop right now. We have volunteers that are fluffing the Potbelly's blankets right now, and these people come from hours away. One of our board members, Susie, or another board member, Grace, they come almost every weekend. Susie comes from like 3 hours away every Saturday, and I really believe it. And she's a teacher and has a very stressful job, especially even more stressful with Corona. And I feel like this is her happy place. And she comes here and she takes care of the animals and she helps out, and she's amazing. And I think mentally for her, and Grace as well. Grace has got a stressful job in TV, and she comes here and finds that it's definitely a stress relief for her. And so I see it on everybody's faces that, what are you doing? Here's Betty. Hi, Betty. Hi, Betty. Hi, Betty.
Oh.
You a big girl. You're my big baby. You're my big baby girl. Hi, baby girl. Hi, baby girl. Hi, Boogie. So I know for me, it's incredible because it's just, you can get sad because if they're not feeling well, it really hurts you and it bothers you. But getting up and when you're tired and you don't want to get out of bed and it's cold and it's early and you got to feed or something like that, and you're like, I don't want to do it, and you get up and you feel better. I'm always like, we moved feeding time back to 7:30 here in Eastern Standard Time, and so we moved that back because of daylight savings time, and I'll get out of, I'll be in bed. I'm like, I don't want to get out. It's cold. Then, I'll go back to bed as soon as I'm done feeding. And, it takes an hour and a half. And then I never go back to bed. You just get, like, oh, let me see this one. Let me see this one. Let me do this. Let me do that. And honestly, if I went back to bed, I'd be really depressed. So it's actually good that I don't go back to bed. Hi, baby.
Oh. So are you going to give us a tour around and show us who's
Sure.
who?
Sure, we have
Penny Lane. How is Penny Lane now?
Penny Lane's doing great. We'll go see her. We just saw Betty. This is Betty. There's Jane. There's Katniss. Hi, Katniss. There's King Carl. I don't know if I could spin this around. I don't think I could spin this around, so I can see what you guys are saying. So here is Faye. Hi, Faye. Here's Vivian. Hi, Vivian. Here's Rue. Hi, Rue.
Are they quite energetic? Have they worn themselves out, or is it like?
Yeah, they've been outside for a couple hours now, so they definitely worn themselves out. It like I said, the sun just came out. We just had a bunch of pumpkins, and they were eating some pumpkins outside. There's a bunch of them still out, so they definitely have worn themselves out. Arthur's still out there, grazing and enjoying the sun. We haven't seen sun in a few days, so they've been out for quite a while, enjoying the break in the cold and the snow. So, yeah, you can see we still have some snow on the ground, and we'll. Penny Lane, you want to come say hi? Hi, Penny Lane. Hi, Penny Lane.
Oh, she's tiny. She looks bigger on the pictures.
Yeah, she's very small. The vet was here yesterday, and she's kind of sickly because of being so tired, tiny and malnourished. So, we're trying to get her healthy. Right, baby girl? You see the camera? What do you smell? Oh, you smell the pumpkins in my pocket. Okay, I get you a pumpkin. Let's go get you pumpkins.
Do you get people come into the sanctuary looking for Peppa Pig?
Excuse me?
Do you get people or children, should I say, coming to the sanctuary looking for Peppa Pig?
She watches Peppa Pig. She has her own TV. I'll show you. I don't know if it's on right now, but she has her own TV because in isolation, she could be lonely. I just want to go this way. Hold on. There's Honey Bunny. Oh, it's not on right now, but she usually watches Peppa Pig. She likes it. She started oinking with the English accent. So, come here, baby girl. Come here, baby girl. You want a pumpkin?
Oh, she got toys too.
She got toys. She has a TV. She has stuffed animals. She has a radio. So she's living a pretty good life,
Didn't she have a mat that she ripped up as well?
She has slow feeder mats that we feed her on so that she can eat slower and get her brain stimulated. We use slow feeders and stuff like that to stimulate their brains, and so we do that with them, and she's great with it. She's so smart, right, baby girl? You're so smart. You're so smart. Yeah, she is tiny. She's the smallest 5-year-old potbelly I've ever seen in my life. It's terrible what they did to her.
Yeah, it's terrible what people do to animals, generally speaking. Now, you're showing me around there, and you're telling me everything about her personality and what she likes and what she doesn't like, and it sounds very similar to what we do. Do you see similarities in behavior as to how we would behave and how they would behave in their
100%,
world?
100%. They're so small. Here's Stephen and Penelope. Hi, Stephen. You want a pumpkin, Stephen? Oh.
Nope, there they are.
There's Stephen. There's Penelope. There you go, Penelope. So this we call the Love Shack.
Oh.
There's the Love Shack. So that's where they live. But they're very similar personalities to us. They feel sad. They feel happy. They feel scared. They feel depressed. When they're in pain, nothing's worse than seeing them in pain or scared. And so it's just hard to watch. These are like your children, and when your children are sad or scared or upset, it makes you sad, scared, and upset, it's just how it is.
And you say that's the love shack, so they're obviously capable of forming relationships like we are.
100%. So those two came to us bonded. Sorry, I got pumpkin in my teeth. They came to us bonded, and they that was the area that we transition pigs to sometimes, and they haven't left it. So we're not bothering them. They really like it there. They were bonded when they came to us, and so we're keeping it that way so they can just live where they want to live, and we allow that. You can live where you want to live. Oh, look, we got Betty. Oh, no, this is Betty. Joy and Ren over here. Hi, Joy and Ren. So you'll see they're always in pairs. Hi, Ren. Hi, Ren. Hi, Joy. Hi, Joy. So that's Joy and Ren. Here's baby Sarah. Come here, baby Sarah. Say hi, baby Sarah. Baby Sarah, what are you doing? This is baby Sarah. Hi, baby Sarah.
She's like, what's up?
There's Pancho and Pablo. Max, come here, say hi. Max, let's go. Max, come here, say hi.
It's great to get a look around and see exactly how they're living and how the sanctuary is, because you have visions in your head, but unless you have a look around, you really don't know how it is in reality. So one of the things that I can see here is that they've got a lot of land to walk around on.
Yeah, we got land.
So when people come to the sanctuary, do they have to walk around the sanctuary?
Well, I take them around. We do private tours all year round. We do public tours during the summer, and I take people around. Depending on the weather, but we introduce them to everybody, and we do walk around. Like I said, there's more. You're around more if the weather is nice, but if it's not so nice, we're more in the barns and stuff like that. But now, like I said, we have sun, so we're out and about. I'm like that. If it's nice out, I don't like to be inside. They're the same. If it's nice out, they're just getting some sun here, enjoying the nice day. So yeah, when people come, we walk around the farm, we meet all the animals, and they see the different personalities. Where some of the pigs are more docile, some of the pigs are more outgoing, and they're eager to meet new people, and some of the pigs shy away, and we allow them to be themselves as individuals. So if they don't want to interact, they don't have to interact.
So when people come to the sanctuary, they connect with nature, they get exercise, and they bond with the animals. So that's an all-round sort of anxiety, depression buster right there.
Yes.
So if you need to take a day out to the sanctuary, or a morning or an afternoon, you say you do trips, is there anything that people should know about the tours around the sanctuary? What benefits they can get from it?
I mean, once you touch a pig, you'll never eat one again. Besides that, you're really getting in touch with these animals. You're feeling, you meet the animals, you touch the animals, you experience the animals. You can touch almost every animal here. Some of the chickens don't like to be touched. So, we don't exploit them, but, they love to be belly rubbed. So you get if you never experienced rubbing the belly of a 950-pound pig, you haven't lived. So they get to rub their bellies, give them socialization, gives the animal socialization. In return, it gives the people just a sense of, being and calmness, and, being able to rub the belly of a 800, 900-pound pig and have them lay down, stretch out their legs, and nuzzle you for more. People are just blown away. We've never had a bad reaction for people coming to the sanctuary. So we're happy about that. We're happy that we're changing minds, and people are experiencing stuff like this, and they leave here with a happy heart.
That's great. Now, I've got an autistic son. He's a grown-up now, in charge of his own life. But when he was a very young child, one of the things that we used to do was take him to a sanctuary like your sanctuary, but it's got a lot of different animals on it. And it was like the switch had turned. He was less autistic. He became in touch with himself, and he was able to express himself. Do you find that on your sanctuary, that people actually come out of themselves when they're there?
Well, we have a volunteer who lives here now. He's 42 years old. He's autistic. He has Asperger's, and he lives here now. And he works every day here. And before he came here, he had no direction, no sense of why he was on the earth. Um, really just no purpose. And now he has a purpose. He cares for the animals with me. He assists me every day, and he is a changed person. I mean, he used to get live in halfway homes. He was taking care of his parents for a while. He was living in a house that was going to be condemned. He had no teeth. He was a mess. We got him teeth. He has such pride in his appearance. Like he found a purpose. He comes to work. He lives here, and he's here every day, and he's with these animals. And he didn't know what even purpose meant before here. So these animals gave him a purpose, and he's thriving because of that.
So there's a big interconnect there, isn't there, between improving human lives and improving animal welfare? It sort of goes hand in hand.
100%. Yes, definitely.
Well, it's been absolutely amazing today, Todd, and especially looking at the animals. I'm really sorry, but I'm a big fan of the animals. Is there anything you'd like to say before we leave?
Go vegan, man, please. Vegan,
so
please.
Give the people, those that are sort of like thinking about veganuary but aren't quite there yet because they couldn't live without the meat. Just give them a little bit of a, boost on why they should.
Here it is. You can't love animals and eat them too. You love pets. You don't love animals, and I've gotten into plenty of arguments with that statement. But it's one you have to think about. You can't love an animal and then turn around and eat it. So that's not a thing. So if you consider yourself an animal lover, you're lying to yourself. You're a pet lover, and you can't be an animal lover unless you're vegan.
Exactly. And for human benefit, it's better if you're a plant-based vegan as well, because then you're improving your own health and the health of animals.
Definitely.
And the environment, obviously.
Exactly.
Because meat eating is the number one contributor to environmental climate disasters.
Exactly.
And I don't think people understand that. So we're looking at a blue sky behind you now. It's not going to be blue forever if we carry on with the factory farming and the abuse of animals and humans and the environment.
No, it's terrible. It's terrible. It's very upsetting. It's very sad.
It is. And I just hope that more people actually start to think about it and take one step at a time to become vegan, but to become a plant-based vegan with the intention of bettering their own lives and the families and of animals and of the environment. So it's all encompassing.
Without a doubt.
So it's been brilliant talking to you again, and you're going to be on the Plant-Based Summit with me. And I don't know whether you knew, but I put a donate button on. So if anybody's watching it on the replay, they'll get to donate. And I obviously will see you very soon.
Thank you so much. Peace, love, and pegs.
Bye. And this is where your computer decides that it's not going to work properly. So we're still live, obviously. This is very embarrassing. But now, bye-bye.